Welcome to this edition of Dufferin Life. I'm your host, Tina Avery. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So we're in the holiday season. And when you're in the holiday season, you're like, oh my goodness, there's so many things to do. There's so many things to see. There's so many places to go. But you also have that little note in the back of your head saying, I need to pick up some gifts. I need to pick up some holiday presents. I need to pick up things to spruce up my house. And joining me today, we have a lovely lady that I know that you all know, Nancy Mallett from the Museum of Dufferin. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
And you're here to tell us about something very exciting for where we might be able to find some of these holiday treasures.
Absolutely. This is our 18th year for
Wow.
Holiday Treasures Arts and Crafts Sale at the Museum of Dufferin. And we have 63 vendors this year.
That's impressive.
50% are new from last year.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember, we have, through COVID, we did have online sales, and last year was our best year we've ever had, which is incredible. And this year, again, we hope people reserve the tickets online at dufferinmuseum.com/holiday treasures. And what we're doing this year is we're going to be open from Wednesday until Sunday.
Okay.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that means the museum is closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay. So
And
don't go buy your holiday treasures.
Don't go, but
You can't.
when you do join us, you are going to find something for everyone.
Okay.
We just don't have for ladies, or it's for kids, it's for gentlemen, it's for adults, you name it. So we're very excited.
It's very exciting. So I'm going to ask you what are the exact dates, but also tell us a little bit about some of the different types of vendors that will be there.
Absolutely. The dates are November 30th until December 11th.
Amazing.
Yes. And 10 a.m., usually it's 11, but we're open at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have the most beautiful local vendors, as well as a few outside the area, and everything from textiles to bath salts to candles to woodwork. You name it, it will be there, especially honey. The best honey. Absolutely. What we also have going on are workshops that you can come in, and garland making is one, cards and gift tags is the other one, and botanical bath teas.
Now, have you always had the workshops?
No, we haven't.
I was
This
going to
is
say,
our
because I
first
don't
year.
remember the workshops, yeah.
Yeah. So what you do is you go to the museum website again, dufferinmuseum.com, and if you go into the Holiday Treasures pages, you'll see how to book for the workshops.
Okay.
There's going to be 6 altogether, so we're pretty excited.
That is very exciting. I mean, and what I have a thing, and everybody knows, if you've been watching the show for a while, I always talk about creating an experience or doing an experience. So it's not just about rushing around to find holiday gifts. It's not just about, it's go enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Do a workshop, make some garland, make your own gift tags or learn how to make them, and then maybe pick up a few gifts and then pick up something special for yourself too.
Always something for yourself.
That's the way you're supposed to shop.
I think
That's the way
that's
I've been
how I
shopping
shop.
for a long time. For sure. Oh, one for you, one for you. Oh, 2 for me over here. Yeah.
It's great. I actually personally do all my shopping there. It's fantastic.
I know.
There's so much choice.
It's been a while since I've been out there, because I think it was before COVID. It's been a while. So hopefully I'll have a chance. Well, now that it's over 4 days. Has it always been that long as well?
It's
4
going
days?
to be 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
2
starting
weeks.
November 30th.
Right.
And 2 weeks
Until-
of running straight through till December the 11th.
Right. And I'm stuck on the 4 days because I know there's 2 days that you're closing, and there's actually 7 days in a week, Nancy, but
Apparently.
I apparently cannot add, subtract. But that's amazing. So 18 years. So how did it get
Yes.
started? Like, how long have you been with Museum of Dufferin?
I've been with the mod for 10 years now, and it's just been getting bigger and better every year. They started it quite a while ago, obviously, but it's just, it's so fantastic when we see so many friends and local and community come by. It's a lovely time. And you get warm cider. Oh yeah.
Those are all my favorites. Everyone's like, you don't drink coffee or tea? I'm like, no, but warm cider or a good hot chocolate, maybe a splash of Bailey's, always makes my day.
No liquor at the mod.
No. No. There's no Baileys for those couple weeks. So let's talk a little bit about the museum as well, because I mean, for those people who haven't been, because I actually ran into a couple people and I was talking about how you were coming on the show and that sort of thing, and they're like, "Oh, what's it like over at the museum?" And I've never been there before, and they're from the outskirts of, you know, they might be Alliston, Barrie area, and that sort of thing. But I mean, for those people who have never been there, what can we find when we go to the museum?
What we do at the MOD is interpret the stories of Dufferin County. We have the artifacts from all the families. We have the archival material, all the photographs, land leases, municipal records, stories, unbelievable stories. And next year for 2023, we're going to really concentrate on interpreting those stories for people. Because we have quite a history here.
We certainly do, and there's a lot that I still don't know about it, but I do love walking through, and there's certain pieces that are there, and then when you have exhibits, like when you have something special, it's always extra special to go and learn.
That's right. Yeah. Right now we have, until the end of January, Rosemary Molesworth, incredible pottery, incredible gorgeous pottery, and it's going to be for sale as well during Holiday Treasures.
Oh, amazing.
We also have in the Silo Gallery architecture in harmony with nature.
Okay.
It's all about building sustainable architecture. And a gentleman from Czechoslovakia has a representative here in Mulmer, and we just opened that exhibit, and it's fascinating to see.
I will have to come up during the Holiday Treasures
Holiday
sale.
Treasures. The whole museum is open during the sale.
I'm going to have to be honest with you. I have not bought one single thing for the holiday season, so...
Well...
I usually don't get started till December 1st will come, and I'll be like, oh... It's about that time, Tina.
You have a personal invite to come on up, and we'll drink our warm cider and shop around. Absolutely. So is there a fee to get in? No, there is not. It's by donation if you so choose, but just shop and have the greatest time. Trust me, it takes a couple hours really to get through and see everything carefully and relax for a little bit. We take kids, all ages.
Wonderful. Well, then I guess I fit into the all ages category.
So do I.
We're not going to go how far up we go. So tell me, I mean, I know you do so many things in the community, but let's, and in is the museum, what are the regular hours? Do they change in the winter, or is it something?
No, normally we are open Tuesday to Saturday. Okay. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then close Sunday and Monday. But during this time, we're allowing the weekenders to come in and have fun on a Sunday too.
Okay. So there, you mentioned honey. Let's talk about. I'm trying to get ahead on my shopping and make the list. What other? I mean, specifically other vendors that might be there that day.
We have 3 honey vendors this year. Wow. Yes, one of them being Heritage Bee, which is an incredible Mulmer business, and they've done very, very well. They're at the One of a Kind show right now. Okay. So yeah, their stuff just came in today, so we're.
I'm all about the edible gifts.
So am I.
Or, you know, or creating, like I said, creating the experience, right? So.
Mother butter shortbread. I was at the Creemore Market and I saw their stand and I spent way too much money on shortbreads. So it's the best.
Hard not to, though, right?
It is.
Go there hungry. That's all I can say.
I recommend.
You always say don't go to the grocery shop when you're hungry.
Yes.
But to me, I mean, sometimes I come home and I'm like, ooh, you're very excited about when you get home when you have those gifts. But yeah, go there hungry and bring home some treats. And I mean, I think it's a perfect place too, correct me if I'm wrong, to just find things like, because you go visiting for the holidays and it's always nice to find something unique and something that you're supporting locally or just from outside of the territory, that sort of thing.
And it's also earlier enough in the season that you can come and grab some gifts and mail them out to, you still have time to do that. So it's great. That's what I do. Big box out to BC.
Oh, I'll be doing that this year.
Yes.
Yeah, my son just moved out there. So. Bad boy. If you're streaming this, you'll know. Mom's not happy. Yeah, but it's absolutely amazing. And so there's different things. And you said there's things for children as well?
Absolutely. We always have an area for kids set up so they can have fun and play.
Wonderful. And gifts for kids as well?
Very much so, yes.
Okay. Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about what you do at the museum.
I coordinate events, whether that's rentals or Mod Talks, the show I put on, bringing in special celebrities and having a chat. And I take care of all the marketing that goes on in the museum. And I've learnt many things on the internet over the years, let me tell you. Tagging everybody, and so and the promotional aspect of it too, doing things like this and getting out there and talking about it. It's a wonderful place.
And you bring speakers and
yes, I
in
do.
as well, right?
We just had Wagashig Rice, the author, actually one of my favorite authors. He came in, and we had a good chat about what's going on in Canada and elsewhere with Indigenous communities.
And there is a lot going on.
Oh my goodness, yes. Quite a bit. So I wanted the first person perspective of it. I don't have a right to speak for Indigenous people, so I truly believe, you know, they have a lot to say. So
Absolutely.
Let's listen to them.
And I think that's really important too. And I mean, be it about the Indigenous peoples or anything that you're bringing in there, it's creating awareness. It's listening to people, understanding their stories, and like you said, the way that you interpret the stories and you show it at the museum. I mean, it's so important. Yeah.
If you go on our website, duffermuseum.com, in the Learning Hub, you will see all the treaties that were based in Dufferin County, so you can learn. We weren't really a settlement for the Indigenous people. We were more of a passing through. Some are passing through up to Georgian Bay or along one of the rivers, you know, so, but there's quite a history here as well.
Is there a favorite person or favorite exhibit you've had that you've brought into the museum that tops the charts for you?
Oh, I think my friend George Strombo. We had fun, and what I like to do with Mod Talks, the series, is talk about things that other journalists don't talk about, and get to know the person, and you know, their likes and dislikes and things they don't generally talk about. So having George there, I got him to talk about King Charles when he went and interviewed him, and he just thought he was an amazing man.
Really?
Especially on the environmental end of things.
Okay.
And Charles he's, you know, this is a priority for him, so it's going to be interesting to see how British politics goes. And I mean, it's a little bumpy at the moment. But
Yes, yeah. To say the least. Yes,
Pardon
yes,
me.
it is. And I mean, to be honest with you, as much as he's out there and King Charles is there, and you have. Everybody, I think, has a misconception or a preconception of what he's like. So it will definitely be interesting.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Nancy, I want to thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me here.
Joining us. And thank you, and good luck with the sale starting on November 30th.
That's right.
So check it out. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
I'm Eric Marchinosa's Cinema Scene in Review. Join me for a monthly movie roundup of new releases either in theaters or available to stream. See you next time in Review.
welcome back to Dufferin Life. If you're just tuning in, you tuned in at a great time. I don't know about you, but for me, one of my favorite things to do, even at my age, is to go to a toy section in any store at Christmas time and just check out the toys. My sister and I are notorious for going around to even the Christmas section and pushing all the things that sing and just laughing at all the things that they do. So you've tuned into a great time. Joining me today, we have David Noble from Noble Toys Jr.
That's right.
David, thank you so much for joining.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure, for sure.
And we're here to talk about some toys.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about what's popular this holiday season. So this is, get your pens and pencils out or just put it into your phone. What's trending for this season? And we're going to start. I'm going to hold this up for you, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me what this Funko holiday calendar is all about.
Well, that's an advent calendar. What that is it's very popular Funko nowadays, and what that is like the old calendars when you were kids, where you could open the back up and you could take an individual Funko Pop out. So every day of the month, leading up until Christmas, you'd actually be able to take one out, and you'll have up to 24 of them, I believe, so leading up to Christmas. Oh,
that's amazing. So basically, it's like the advent calendar where you used to pull the chocolate out.
Absolutely.
Except now this time, see, the toy industry is getting smart. They're doing a calendar with little toys. Let's talk about Pokemon. Pokemon's been around for a long time.
It has.
And I'm not surprised, but it's still very popular, is it not?
It's extremely popular. I mean, we're getting requests for stuff all the time. We're getting new products in daily. They're making new stuff on a regular basis. So yeah, it's extremely popular. One of our biggest sellers.
Okay, so we all know Pikachu, and if you don't know Pikachu, well, you better look Pikachu up. This is Pikachu right here. So is it still a matter of when you're talking, let's talk Pokemon cards and Pokemon collectibles and that sort of thing. Is Pikachu still like the most popular one?
I think right now there's someone called Charizard, which is the most...
Charizard,
yeah,
I remember Charizard.
Dragon, yeah.
I feel like I'm in the know on this one, guys. I'm in the know. Which,
sounds like it, yeah.
It is. Yeah, no, there was Bulbasaur and Charizard, and there was, at one point, there was Mewtwo and Mew. Yeah.
Still there, yeah.
Wow, really?
Still there, yeah. Very popular as well, yeah.
That is very cool. So I just love this because you're actually like, and as much, I mean, I love chocolate, I'll be honest. You got to have two calendars. But this is a very interesting piece for sure. And it's got all the different characters in it. And I guess it's a surprise. Is everyone different?
Everyone's different, yeah. There's 24 different ones in there. And it's a surprise every time you open it, for sure.
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's definitely a very cool and trending toy. Now, this is what, like, as soon as you walked in with this one.
Yeah, that's a Squishmallow.
A Squishmallow.
Yeah, that's a great one. I think there's over 1,000 different ones.
Really?
Yes.
I see them everywhere, and I'll be on, like, I'm a touchy-feely kind of human. So when I go to the store, anything soft and squishy, like, I can't even begin to tell you that we might spend the next few minutes talking about the Squishmallow. So they're all different shapes and sizes.
They're all different shapes and sizes. There's large ones, small ones, and they all have a name and a backstory.
Okay.
So there comes a little tag on them, yeah. And they basically tell you a little bit about it.
Okay, well, you're meeting Mika. I checked out Mika before we went on air. She's absolutely adorable, and like I can't even tell you, so soft.
That's the last one we have too. So they
really?
go very, very fast. So if you want them, you better get them quickly because they go very fast before Christmas.
So if you're not sure what to get, this is so totally cool because, and I was always when I was younger, everything was about. Like, you know, stuffed animals and stuffed toys and that sort of thing. Yeah. Now, they were not this soft, or at least most of them weren't. But I'm so thrilled that these are still like this.
They are super
This could be a pillow.
And you know what? Kids and adults love them. It's not just the kids. It's everyone seems to collect them. They're very collectible.
Digging the little mohawk here on the back as well. So yeah, no, that is very cool. So this is oh, there's the mohawk there. I know. I'm sure that my producer's saying, Tina, move on to the next toy because I'm obsessed with the Squishmallow. Okay, so these are very popular. And I know you're just telling me these particular ones have just come in and are very popular.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about these.
Those are Funko Pops. They're very licensed to so many different things. I don't know the number. They're extremely popular right now. That's the Stranger Things ones, which again, it's a popular TV show.
Stranger Things is a very popular show. And right. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. I have never watched Stranger Things, and I will at one point do it. But I do know that a few bands have appeared, old bands that were popular when I was young, back in the olden days, have appeared on Stranger Things.
I believe so, yeah.
And all of a sudden their popularity with the younger crowd has just like skyrocketed.
Yeah, it seems to have been recycled again, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, so are these like Okay, I'm going to sound silly. Are these like a bobblehead type of
They are
idea?
like a bobblehead. They're
Okay.
very similar to that. I think they were created in 1998 by a husband and wife team, so it was pretty cool that they got bought out. But yeah, they're like a bobblehead type of thing. They were, the first one was actually, I don't know if you remember the old advertising Big Boy.
Okay, yeah.
It was iconic. It was a guy with a burger type of thing. But they were modeled after that. The very first one was that, and now they've just grown, you know, to extremely collectible items.
Well, speaking of grown, take a look at this one. Now, this one is Wally. Okay, so I don't know how David knew this, but like he's hitting on all of the stuff that I absolutely love. And I don't know if you haven't seen Wally, but you need to see Wally. Awesome movie. But like you weren't joking when you were saying like comes in all sizes.
Absolutely, that one's a little bit bigger. And everybody loves Wally. You're right. So they come in a couple of different sizes, and there is some other models as well. I brought the most popular ones for sure. So the little ones are the biggest collectible ones. Okay. And then some people like to have the big ones as well.
Yeah, I think you know what, my sons are older and they have a few of these in their rooms too, like the collectibles for sure. So
yeah, no, they're great.
Definitely trending because you see them everywhere and they do go fast.
I collect those as well, and it's a guilty pleasure for sure. I'm collecting them as well. So.
And so what would be your favorite?
I like the rock and roll ones.
Okay.
So you have everything from Jimi Hendrix to John Lennon and all kinds of different ones out there. And I don't know what it is about them, but I just can't stop looking at I smile when I look at them. They're so great.
They are very cool. I will say that Wally brought a big smile to my face too, but that is so awesome. Okay, so one of the things that has been popular and has remained popular over the years are die-cast toys.
Extremely popular right now. They've been getting more and more popular. I've got tons of people coming to the store asking for so many different ones. I mean, everybody loves, it brings back a nostalgia, the cars, the old cars. Even the young guys are getting into it now, and they're getting after the newer type models as well. So yeah, extremely, one of the more popular items we have at the store.
Okay. They are very, very cool. And I don't know if you can see this one, Smokey the Bear. Oops, I'm putting my hands all over it. So there we go, Smokey the Bear. So what is die-cast? Like, can you explain to me what?
Good question. It's an alloy. They make it into a mold, and then they use an alloy metal to make the car. It can be out of plastic. It can be out of, like I said, I think it's zinc alloy.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's...
but they've been around.
They've been around since
I don't know, I'm going to say like...
the early 70s.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, extremely popular with the kids. Everybody actually from old to young are collecting them.
Yeah, and I mean, you can get everything from like old-fashioned, you know, muscle cars to crazy-looking things that you've never seen before, Scooby-Doo vehicles. Like, I've seen so many different... I had boys, so, you know, I definitely had a lot of these around my house.
And they make a great stocking stuffer, too.
They do,
right?
They do.
So they're not hugely expensive, so...
That is awesome. Okay. So I'm looking at something. Now this is a puzzle. I am shocked that this is something that would be trending. But this is Mario, and we all know who Mario is. But
I think it became more popular during COVID.
Okay.
Puzzles became more and more popular, and people still seem to want to buy them. So we always are fully stocked with puzzles, games, puzzles, that type of thing. But that type of thing became more popular during COVID.
Okay. So I'm going to ask a silly question. Maybe it's not a silly question. Are 3D puzzles still a thing? I mean, I know they were like back in the quite some time ago.
I don't know if they're a thing. I mean, we do have some of them, but they're not a huge seller.
Okay.
No. So the regular puzzles.
Just the regular puzzles.
Yeah, they seem to be varying. Mostly the 1,000-piece and above seem to be a little bit more popular.
And you know what? This is a great family activity, right? Like, and I can see why in COVID it would have become more popular because, you know, you try to look for things to do that are not electronic with your kids, right? To keep them engaged. Like there's a motor skills thing involved with puzzles as well, but it's like a family fun thing. And then you have to fight, like, are you a person that does all the edges first and then moves in? Or do you do the corners and then move? Like, it's great. So you're an edges person.
I'm an edges kind of person, yeah, for sure. Speaking of COVID, this one actually became more popular during COVID as well, the Squishmallows.
The Squishmallows,
absolutely.
Okay.
2020, it was, they boomed right into the spotlight.
I'm telling you, I'm not sure you're getting that one back. Okay, so this would be just like
just a little figure, Mario. Okay. It was kind of to complement some of the other figures that we had brought. So it's would I say hugely popular? People buy them. It's just Mario in general is popular.
Right.
And it went with the puzzle, so I thought I'd bring it along.
No, that's totally cool. And one of the things that I know that it's not here, but I know is extremely popular, are things like the Marvel characters and
Absolutely.
that sort of thing.
They are, yeah. They're extremely popular as well. So you're right on the money. You're hitting all the, you're checking all the boxes for sure. So
yeah, for sure. So do you have a favorite? Are you like Marvel or are you DC?
I'm Marvel for sure.
You're Marvel, yeah.
I think. What would I think? I mean, I'm both, to be honest with you. I like everything from Batman to Spider-Man. I think Batman is my favorite, but who can resist Spider-Man?
Well, here's the thing. I grew up with, like I said, I raised boys. I mean, I have a daughter as well, but she was very into Batman and that sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
We didn't do a lot of Barbies and that sort of thing. But Batman is that one superhero that doesn't have superhero powers,
right.
that does it all, well, he's got a lot of money, so I guess that's a bit of a superhero power.
A little relatable though, I guess,
yeah.
right?
For sure. So we've got a couple minutes left, and I mean, this is a face that you can't ignore, and is extremely, extremely popular. Darth Vader. And if you haven't watched Star Wars, you need to run a marathon through the holidays. But
yeah, there's a lot of new Star Wars series coming out. That's Darth Vader. And that's actually a concept of Darth Vader. So it's actually the original artwork or figure before the Darth Vader character became popular.
Okay.
So they have a series. These are the concept series of the Star Wars characters from the originals.
I was going to say, because normally Darth Vader is all black.
That's right, yeah.
Right? And whereas this one is very interesting looking.
A little bluish, yeah. It's definitely cool. I haven't really seen much of that one, to be honest with you. That I took from one of the other stores that we have. And yeah, I thought it was interesting just because Star Wars has never gone away from popularity.
No, it hasn't. If not, with all the different series, on the Disney Channel.
That's
and all
right.
that
There's
sort
a
of
lot
thing.
of new stuff out there for sure.
So this is. See, I missed this at the beginning. I didn't realize this was also Pokemon. And,
yeah.
But the collector cards are still
extremely popular.
Yeah.
Pokemon is probably the #1 selling card right now. We can't keep it in the store long enough.
Right.
It's just constantly out.
And hockey cards, are they still popular?
Hockey cards popular as well. I think hockey, basketball, Pokemon, they're all extremely popular. Pokemon being the most popular for
Okay,
sure.
I'm going to date myself. Is Yu-Gi-Oh! And that sort of thing, are they still?
Some people still like them. They're there, absolutely. You're right. But again, I would think more people come in. I see more people coming in the store for Pokemon, and second would be the hockey for sure.
Okay.
So quite a few people. I have kids coming in from say 5 years old who are collecting Pokemon cards.
Wonderful. Well, David, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks.
And giving us all these great, amazing holiday gift ideas.
Thank you very much for having me.
It was definitely my pleasure. And thank you for joining us. Until next time, bye-bye for now. And we're just going to...
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Summer days, summer nights, lots of things to do, places to go, and people to see. If you're having a few drinks, be sure to plan ahead and get home safely. We don't want to pick you up. Drinking drivers risk injuries to themselves and others and take chances with their life.